right here, and you have all kind of.
That's not me.
Yeah, that's.
I look like
You
a
are-
fish.
This is you. You have all kind of dreams. You have all kind of goals. This is all of the things you want to do with your life, right?
Right.
You have all this aspiration, and then this is your friend number one, right? And maybe this person is not very determined, right? Maybe they're not really driven about anything in life, right? They don't have any drive, right? And then you have friend number two, right? And friend number two is sometimes the person that says, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. They always talk a big game. They always say, man, one day I'm going to do this, right? One day I'm going to do that. But they don't really do anything. They always talk a big game. And maybe you have this friend who's, maybe they're just going to the traditional, way of life, going to school and that's it, right? And then you might have this person right here who's always negative, right? They always say something negative. Every time they call you, it's to talk about someone, or it's always something negative. It's never something good. It's always something bad happening. They want to call you and gossip about someone. They want to talk about someone else. I used to have a friend like that. Every time he would call me, like we would spend like 15, 20 minutes over the phone, and we would talk about someone else. And then I would hang up the phone and I'd be like, okay, I spent 20 minutes with this guy, and we didn't even, nothing was meaningful. We were just talking about people, right? And you have these people. So what happened in life is that sometimes, if we let those people get into our mind, right? Sometimes we can get swallowed up, right? Because that's the way of thinking. That's how they think, right? So we gotta be careful about the people now. Does that mean that we gotta just stay away from all of our friends and family? No. Does that mean that your friends and family should not be part of your life anymore? You should just, forget about them? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we just gotta be careful, because sometimes when we listen too much to these people, they kill our dreams, right? They kill all of the things that we want to accomplish in our life, because they let their insecurity get to us, right? But why do we do that? If we know that these people can kill our dreams, if we know that these people can get us distracted about going where we want to go, how fear, right? We fear the fact that, hey, if I try to do something different, what's going on with that?
Amber Alert.
It's Amber Alert.
Why is it still going?
My wife was kidnapped.
Right, but it's the fear, because hey, I want to listen to these people, because if I decide to do something different, if I go my different route, right, they're not gonna listen to me anymore, right? Yeah. Maybe they're gonna reject me. We used to hang out all the time. We used to go out and have drinks and hang out and party, and now I want to do something different. And now my friends are looking at me like I'm crazy. There's something going on with me, right? So we let that fear stop us from becoming who we really want to become. But here's the crazy part about that. We admire people who are not afraid to go against the fear, right? The Jackson 5. Think about the Jackson 5. There was the Jackson 5, and there was Michael Jackson. And then Michael Jackson one day decided, hey, I want to go solo. I want to be Michael Jackson, right? And then he became one of the greatest entertainers of all time. I think they said he holds the #2 record for the second best selling album of all time, Thriller, right? If Michael Jackson said, you know what, I want to stay with my family, I want to stay with my brothers and sisters, I want to be the same person, will Michael Jackson be the person that he's been?
No.
No, right? We can go with sports. We can go with Kevin Durant, right? He was started playing with Westbrook, right? He said, hey, I want to go and play with the best team. I want to go and play with the Golden State Warriors, right? And now he became everybody says he's one of the greatest of all time, right? But before that, nobody was really talking, right? Beyonce, right? It was Destiny's Child, right? Then she left and she went solo, right? And now she's one of the most influential singers of all time. So what did all these people have in common? They're willing to go against the fear. Like, even though they know that it's people gonna talk crazy about them, people gonna say some of the most insane things, people gonna say, how dare you trying to be different? Because sometimes when the people give us resistance, it's not because they don't like us. It's not because they don't want they don't want to see us succeed, but it's because sometimes people are afraid of seeing someone else get ahead in life. Because it's like, man, because that reminds them of what they could have done, right? Because they're like, man, I can't believe, the same Lambert, we used to hang out, we used to do this, we used to do all of that, and now Lambert is completely different. He's reading books, he's changing himself, he's doing personal development. He's not the same person, and people are afraid of that, right? So how do we fix that, right? How do we fix that? How do we get to the point where, even though we have fear, how do we get the support of the people that we love, right? Because we love them, we want them to support us, we still want to be around them, even though sometimes you just got to get away from some people, especially if they always want to talk negative. So how do we do that, right? With one word. We have to lead, right? We have to lead the pack. Leadership is one of the most difficult things, right? Because leadership is about making decisions. And it's not about just any type of decision. It's about making hard decisions, right? Easy decision, there's a reason why they call it easy, because it's easy to make, right? But leaders make tough decisions. It's about doing the things that when the status quo, everybody else says, you know what, this guy is insane. I don't even know why he's doing all of this. I don't know why he's choosing that path. I don't understand him. He's out of his mind. Leadership is about saying, you know what? I know nobody's gonna follow me. I know nobody's gonna listen to me at first. People are gonna be like, oh my God, what is he thinking? Why is he doing this? But it's about taking the leap of faith. It's about saying, you know what? I know it's gonna be tough. I know people will not understand me, but I'm still gonna do it. I'm so proud of Lambert. We came from the big event. The dude is fired up, man. He's been making phone calls. He's talking to every single person. We were on the conference call yesterday. We had another, he had another meeting last week. He did some recruiting interview. Because he made a decision that he's going to lead. He's gonna make the first step. He's gonna lead from the front, right? And then people get attracted to that. People get attracted. You were doing some videos at the big event, and people started reaching out to you, right? Mm-hmm. People get attracted because most people are just afraid. They're looking for one person to just make the first move. It's, let me see how you do, and then if you're doing great, maybe I'll join you, right? But he made a decision, and he said, you know what? I'm gonna make the first step. I'm gonna be the leader. I'm gonna lead from the front, and whatever happens, happens, because that's part of leadership. Sometimes as a leader, we make good decisions. Sometimes we make bad decisions, right? But that's part of it. That's part of being a leader. That's part of saying, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make a quick decision. I'm not gonna wait 2, 3, 4, 6 months. I'm gonna make the decision right now, and whatever happens, happens, right? In the jungle, right? Which animal is the biggest?
Elephant.
No.
The elephant, right?
Right.
Whose animal is the tallest?
Giraffe.
Who's the tallest? The giraffe, right?
Right.
Whose animal is the wisest?
The turtle.
I think the fox is probably the
Fastest? I was about to say.
the wisest.
Wisest.
Which animal is the fastest?
Cheetah.
The cheetah,
Yeah.
right?
That's that one.
So think about this, they have all of these qualities. Fastest, tallest, she's still debating, right?
Biggest.
They have all of these qualities, right? But who's the king of the jungle?
Lion.
The lion, right? Why is the lion the king of the jungle? Because he's not the fastest, he's not the tallest, he's not the biggest, right? He's not the wisest. Why is he the king of the jungle? Because he believes he's the king. He believes he's the king of the jungle. The lion, he sees any animals and he's like, you're going to be my food today. It doesn't matter how big you are. Think about it. It doesn't matter how big, how tall. The lion is not afraid. He's not afraid to go. Lion, have you seen the lion walk? Have you seen his charisma? The lion walks like he owns the building. He's not afraid. He's not afraid to lead. He's not afraid to go after what he wants. He's not afraid. He's not afraid to say, you know what? I'm the king. No matter what everybody else says, I'm the king, and nobody can deny that.
Sure.
He's not afraid to take risk. So why can we learn from that? Why can we learn from the lion? Right? We're not the biggest. We're not the tallest. We're not the fastest, right? We're not the smartest. We're not the wisest, right? But we can still lead. We can still be the king of the jungle, if that makes any sense, right? We can still decide to say, hey, you know what? Maybe everybody says right now, oh man, you know, I don't know if you're doing the right thing. Maybe you should slow down a little bit. Just go back and just stay at your job. You don't have to take all this risk. You don't have to make all of these crazy decisions, right? Let's come and hang out. Let's go to the bar. It's Saturday. Why are you working so hard? Why are you doing all of this? Why are you reading all these books, right? Why you want to develop yourself? Why don't you just stay with us so you can hang out, right? That's the people that try to get you away from where you're trying to go, right?
That's right.
But the lion says, you know what? I'm the king. I'm the lion, and I'm going to lead. And so my message for today is that it's time for us to find the lion within us. So that's the message I have for today.